Here's what I got for you today. So apparently there's a whole bunch of protests going on in Vancouver about Palestine and Israeli and all kinds of stuff right now, but basically centered around that situation in that part of the world. The Israelis and the Palestinians. Yeah, they're protesting downtown Vancouver, and while they're protesting, they're burning flags, burning the Canadian flag, smashing out windows. I mean, yeah, it's disappointing to see, but what a lot of people don't realize too is there's always going to be a group within inside these protests that aren't there for the actual reason of the protest. They're there just to fuck shit up and be assholes and escalate the situation into chaos and just have a good old time and fuck things up. There are a few that are professional protesters. Doesn't matter what the protest is about. They just show up. True story. But the thing is how do I approach this? So I had someone comment to me and ask me, what do you think about this stuff? They're burning the Canadian flag downtown Vancouver. I'm like, yeah, so what? I mean, what the hell? Does it affect you directly? I mean, they're probably immigrants that were allowed into this country, and I mean, that's what they're doing. So what? Okay, so that's okay, was the response. That's okay that they're burning the Canadian flag, but yet the truckers during the truck convoy are being prosecuted and going to jail? Yeah? How are you, where's the parallel here? I don't understand. And they proceeded to, tell me, well, the trucker convoy, they had bouncy castles and they were feeding the homeless. Yeah, okay. They had bouncy castles and they're feeding the homeless. It still doesn't excuse that their actions were unlawful and they disrupted supply chains and they caused people jobs. How is that parallel to a bunch of knuckleheads burning the Canadian flag downtown Vancouver? There's no parallel. You just can't draw a line between the two. The trucker convoy was unlawful. It was civil unrest. End of story. You can go and burn the flag all you want. You do it in some countries, you will be definitely punished, even put to death. But here in North America, you can burn the flags. Don't matter. It's not unlawful. It's fucking bad taste and a demonstration of intellect. But just because a huge group of people disrupted Canada and they had bouncy castles, and I'm not making that up, that was the argument, or that was the whatever. They had bouncy castles and they fed the homeless and whatever. It doesn't excuse the fact that it was unlawful action and they are being prosecuted. And I'm sorry, it's just it's just laughable. There's no comparison, and that is just it. Also, unfortunately, demonstrates the uh, inability to be a critical thinker and to not how should you say this? Just not buy into all that garbage that you're reading on social media and in your secret anti-COVID conspiracy pages and shit like that. Too many of these people, that's their lives still. That's their lives. And when someone presents the argument to me that they had bouncy castles, so, you know, they weren't doing anything bad, well, that just shows me that's a person that is spending way too much time in a different world that you can't even try and reason with them. You can't have a logical, intelligent discussion with them because they're too far gone. They're around the bend, and that's a fact. And when I hear that, I don't even present my argument or my I don't even engage in a discussion. I just nod my head and listen, and that's it. Because you can't reach a person like that, like them. You can't. They're too far gone. So there you go. It's a touchy subject, but the bottom line is, yeah, burning flags, the Canadian flag in downtown Vancouver is fucking stupid. But what's even stupider, if that's a thing, is your defense of illegal action by saying they were feeding the homeless and they had bouncy castles. Yeah, because they made a festival of it. They made a mockery of law. And yeah, they should do time. And I hope they do time. And I know a lot of them will do time. And too bad. That's how it goes. Anyways, that's the end of that. That's the end of that discussion. It just, after all these years, people like that person, and they're a good friend of mine, and I've known them for years, but I just can't engage them in any sort of normal discussion because they're just too far gone. So there, we're done. We're done. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.